Crypto Warriors? It's Sergeant Crypto back at it again. Today is Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. It's the waiting that helps you as an investor, and a lot of people just can't stand to wait. If you didn't get the deferred gratification gene, you've got to work very hard to overcome that. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's right hand for the past, I don't know, century. But it's the waiting, people. You just have to, especially when you're talking about Bitcoin. It didn't happen overnight. When that 2017 bull market happened and a lot of people were becoming millionaires, if not multimillionaires. They've been in the game since 2013, 2010, 2011. It's they waited. They waited and waited until that Bitcoin price hit a all-time high and were able to cash out to reap the benefits, reap the rewards of waiting. That delayed gratification, that waiting on the price to moon, so to speak. I'm going to play two clips from two interviews. One from Joe Rogan, all right, where he had the pod father on, the very first person to ever do a podcast. That's what they call him, the pod father, talking about Bitcoin and why it's important to get into Bitcoin now. And also another clip from Cointelegraph where they're interviewing Max Keiser, and again, he's talking about Bitcoin. Let's get into it.
This is why Silicon Valley is competing with the U.S. with the Federal Reserve to be your bank. Yeah. Everybody wants to be your bank, baby. Everybody wants it because that's when they control you. Bro. But that's also when you get loans at negative interest rate, so they actually pay you to take the loan, to which you can pay off your student loan. This is going to be...
You're scaring the fuck out of me.
No. This is what you wanted. You wanted universal basic income. Here it comes. This is going to... And, by the way, it's going to work. This is the crazy thing. Now, the control will also work. But the economy will be steerable. I mean, I think that part will really work. But let me tell you, the apocalypse is coming, and you're going to need a Bitcoin. At least one.
Are you a Bitcoin salesman, Adam Curry?
No. I was very anti-Bitcoin.
Really?
I was very anti-Bitcoin until I sold a shitload.
So, Adam Curry, the very first podcaster, he's the reason why Joe Rogan even started a podcast. He's telling everybody to have at least one Bitcoin. Now, Joe Rogan have millions upon millions of listeners and followers, and all of them aren't going to be able to get a whole Bitcoin. So I hope you've been working on stacking your sats to get a whole Bitcoin. This just made a very bullish case for Bitcoin because he's announcing it to all of Joe Rogan's listeners. This podcast, this clip is coming from Brian Harrington. He took the perfect 2-minute clips of this interview for the case of Bitcoin. I'm gonna play the rest right now. And he also spoke about the fact that we have the likes of Silicon Valley getting into the finance game, trying to become your bank with the Cash Apps, the PayPals, the Venmos, the digital dollar, everything. He went down this little rabbit hole, as you do when you get into Bitcoin, because we all know once you start getting into Bitcoin, you go down that rabbit hole. But it's all about control. If they could control the money, they control you. Bitcoin is the first and only chance for money to be separated from the state. Once they don't control the money, all right, Bitcoin, because they can't control it, once they don't control the money, they don't have control over you. Once they come out with that digital dollar, okay, they will be able to stop you from spending money if they want to. They'll be able to take money if you quote unquote owe them money. You know, it goes very, very deep. You know how deep this rabbit hole could get. And I like how this Brian Harrington YouTube channel, go give him a subscribe as well, because he took the 2-minute part where this person, Adam Curry, is talking to the millions of Joe Rogan's podcast listeners about the reason why it's important to have at least one Bitcoin.
You look at 10 years, I'm like, okay, I don't fuck all the altcoins and all that stuff.
That's what I was going to say.
I don't give a shit about that.
But is there a risk in? But here's the question about Bitcoin. Is there a risk in having that be the standard? Like, why can't there be competing cryptocurrencies? Like, why are we so... Do we have to get committed to one? And if we do get committed to one, is there the possibility of some sort of manipulation, the same way we've seen with all the other currencies? Well, when people get involved,
yeah,
money...
10 years of data have shown that Bitcoin really is the only one that you can trust.
Right.
Now it does.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah.
I just said right for no reason.
Yeah, the way I see it.
Yeah,
the way I see it. That's really the only one that you cannot manipulate, and all of the other coins are based off of it.
Do you know Andreas Antonopoulos?
No, the name rings a bell.
Brilliant
I know Max Keiser. You know.
Okay, sure. I've seen his videos as
Max,
well.
Max is. I've learned a lot from, and I, Max.
It's a shame that he doesn't know who Andreas Antonopoulos is. He needs to do some more research. And the fact that he's, calling every other altcoin a shitcoin, I definitely don't agree with that. But I definitely agree with his position on owning at least one Bitcoin. You've got to own at least one Bitcoin, or try to damn near get as much Satoshis as possible to that one Bitcoin number. Next, why Bitcoin should technically hit 28K by November 1st. Although this article isn't different from a lot of Bitcoin price prediction articles out there, this is a different article. The underlying reason for Bitcoin hitting 28K by November 1st, 2020 is based on historical data and not just an analyst prediction. Bitcoin's volatility is a well-known aspect of the asset, and the fact that this aspect is high is what's preventing it from becoming an everyday unit of exchange account, or in simple terms, money. What's important is this historical data that suggests an average Bitcoin return of 196% after a certain condition has been met. According to Kraken's August volatility report, there are suppressed pockets, which represents Bitcoin volatility slump between 15 to 30%, as seen below. The pocket extends between the red lines, and Bitcoin hit this pocket back right here in July. So these are the historical times that Bitcoin had hit this pocket between the red lines. Today, Bitcoin has only hit these pockets 12 times, and every time Bitcoin slides into these pockets, it reverses to the mean, and this is the mean right here, which happens to be a 315-day moving average. In other words, after sliding into these pockets, volatility has seen an average surge of 140%. What's interesting is the price implication of this volatility suppression and eventual expansion. It was observed that the price saw an average surge of 196% over the next 90 days. On two separate occasions, 2014 and 2018, the returns were negative 60% for 2014 and negative 45%. Hence, there is an 83% chance of price surging 196%. In the past, there was a negative 60% and negative 46%, but that was only 2 times. But basically, the bear markets. I would even say right now, we're not in a bear market anymore, and we are currently in a bull cycle. During those bull cycles, we've seen the price surge 196%. 196% surge from July 24th over the next 90 days should put Bitcoin between 28 and 30K range on October 22nd, 2020. This would mean Bitcoin has to surge a 4.2% surge every day to hit a price target of 30K. Well, according to historical data, we should be looking forward to a Bitcoin surge of 196%. We'll see. Next, this is it right here. And play this clip from Max Keiser.
Should not be wasting their time trying to day trade the altcoin market. Just buy Bitcoin and hold it. That's the one thing you can do for yourself. Don't try to time the Bitcoin market, the altcoin market with all these different coins. And because we know from the last 8-9 years that
I definitely don't agree with Max Keiser on this point, but the point of holding on to your Bitcoin and just keep stacking your sats, I definitely agree with him on that.
So that's why the best thing to do is to simply hodl. Hold your Bitcoin and let Bitcoin do for you what you cannot do for yourself, and that is get rich.
There you go. That was the point I wanted him to make. And here it is. This is an old article that I highlighted and stuff from back in August, where investors' dollar cost average in Bitcoin since 2017 made a 61.8% return. Even at the peak, researchers at Coinmetric found that investors who dollar cost average into Bitcoin since the $20,000 peak in 2017 would still be profitable. According to researchers, an investor who continuously bought Bitcoin over the past 3 years would have a 61.8% return. So dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin is the way to go. Do not worry about the price fluctuations. Do not worry about the price dips, the price ups, the price sideways, the price reversals. Don't worry about that. Just dollar cost average, and you would have been up even from the 2017 peak of 20K, and you'll still be up right now. Dollar cost average. Okay? That's the point. Holding on to your Bitcoin, not selling, not panic selling, okay, because the market has these fluctuations and these different swings. You would still be up right now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please smash that like, hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And let's talk about it. Is dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin the way to go? Is just Bitcoin the way to go, like these two Bitcoin maximalists have stated, just concentrating on Bitcoin alone and not worrying about the alts? Me personally, I definitely want to concentrate on Bitcoin. That's why it's 60% of my portfolio, but I still am dollar cost averaging into things like Ethereum and Tezos and other platforms as well. Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. It's Sergeant Crypto, and I'm out. Peace.